Okay, it's John again. We're back. We're going to look at number 6, and I think that won't take very long, so I think we can fit 2 onto this video. We're going to look at 7x minus 3 is equal to negative 5. And that's not a very bright color, so I'm going to change something better. All right, 7x minus 3 is equal to negative 5, and we need to solve for x. So first thing we want to do is strip away the things that are on the periphery of x. So we're going to add 3 to counteract the negative 3, and we have to add 3 to both sides. Negative 3, positive 3, there's mutual annihilation. And then we have 7x is equal to negative 5 plus 3. So these numbers have 2 different signs, so we take the difference between the 2 numbers, which is 2, and the larger number 5 has the negative sign, so the 2 will also have a negative sign. 7x is equal to negative 2. What do we do next? We're going to divide. So x is being multiplied by 7, so we're going to divide it by 7. We have to do that to both sides. And then 7 divided by 7 is 1, leaving 1x, or x. And negative 2 over 7, we're just going to leave as a fraction. Negative 2 sevenths. So this, we should be able to plug this answer in to the formula, the original equation, and see if that was right. So let's try that. 7 times negative 2 over 7 minus 3 is equal to negative 5. And is it? So we've got 7 times negative 2 over 7, so really similar to what we did here. We can just say division by 7 and multiplication by 7 will leave 1, so this number by itself. Negative 2 minus 3 is equal to negative 5. And if we have the numbers are the same, we start on negative 2 in the number line and go down 3 more, we'll be at negative 5. These 2 evaluate to negative 5, and that's equal to negative 5, which means our answer was correct. So we can put that in here, negative minus sign 2/7, and that becomes this fraction. So it gets interpreted. All right. We won't know if these are all, well, I'm showing that they're right as we go, so I won't click the button. I think I'll lose this page if I do that. All right, so let's take a look at number 7. Clean sheet. Number 7. Solve for x. So we've got 4 times 5x minus 9 minus 7. And that's equal to negative 2x minus 5. Lots of negativity here. Okay. So does everyone remember what to do on these? First of all, we always follow PEMDAS no matter what. And PEMDAS says to look inside the parentheses first, right? Now the problem is it's subtraction, and we can't subtract numbers that are not like terms, right? So we have to do the next best thing, and that'll be, the next operation would have been 4 times. So we're going to take this 4 and distribute it over these 2 numbers, and we've got 4 times 5x, which will give us 20x, and 4 times negative 9, which will give us negative 36, minus 7. So now we have gotten rid of the parentheses, so we can combine these like terms. We've got 20x minus 36 minus 7. They're both negative, so they get combined, and we keep the negative sign, so negative 43. And that's supposed to be equal to negative 2x minus 5. Okay, so we want to move all the x's to the left-hand side and everything else on the right-hand side. So, in keeping with that spirit, let's get rid of that negative 43. Move all the negativity. Put it on someone else's shoulders. So we'll add 43 to both sides. These cancel each other out, leaving 20x. And 43 minus 5 is positive 38, right? So we've got negative 2x plus 38, and that's equal to 20x, right? Because the 43 went away. Now we just have a couple more things to do. Change colors again. We're going to add 2x to both sides. And so these cancel out, negative 2x, leaving just 38. And that's equal to 20x plus 2x. That's going to be 22x. So now what's happening to the x? It's being multiplied, right, by 22. So we're going to divide by 22, but we have to do both sides. 22 divided by 22 is 1, so we have 1x, which is x. And that's equal to 38 over 22. So those are both even numbers. So we can reduce, right? Take out a 2, divided by 2, and divided by 2. We'll get 15 over 11. And 11 is a prime number, so that won't reduce anymore. So x should be equal to 15 elevenths. Yeah, let's plug that in and see. This is our answer, preliminary answer. And so we're going to plug it in over here. 4 times 5 times 15 elevenths x minus 9 minus 7. That's equal to negative 2x, which is to say negative 2 times 15 elevenths minus 5. Okay, so quite a few negative numbers here, which always complicates things a bit. So let's start. We'll follow our PEMDAS rule. We've got a multiplication sign within the, there's one here, there's one inside the parentheses here, and then this is 15 elevenths x minus 9. Okay, so we substituted that x in. This is just 15 elevenths, right? The x, we substituted 15 elevenths for x, so that should take the place of the x. All right, sorry for that. All right, let's keep going. Let's change colors. All right, so we have inside the parentheses, we've got 5 times 15 elevenths, so 75 elevenths times 4 minus 9 minus 7. Okay, so I think we don't need this parenthesis. Oops, we need the 9. All right, so 4 times 75 elevenths is going to be 300 over 11. Oops, 311 over minus 9 minus 7. I'm running out of room, so I'm going to copy it down here. 300 elevenths minus 9 minus 7. So I'm going to say we combine the negative 9 and the negative 7. Oh, hang on. All right. Okay, I should have left that parenthesis in here. We need to do 4 times negative 9. So that's going to give us, oopsie, not negative 9 here, but negative 36 minus 7. So let me fix this over here. And why don't we just combine these two? 300 over 11 minus 43. Yeah. $300 over 11 minus 43. So what we have to do to subtract that is put 43 over 1 and then multiply the top and the bottom by 11. And we'll get 300 over 11 minus, so 43 times 11, 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 4 is 4, placeholder 0, 1 times 3, 1 times 4. It looks like we've got 473 elevenths. And those are being subtracted from 300. So that's going to give us negative 173 elevenths. And let's see, we'll erase this a little bit so we have more room. And let's calculate out the other side. So negative 2x minus 5. Okay, it's right here. Negative 2 times 15/11 minus 5. Right, so negative 2 times 15/11 is negative 30/11 minus 5. So we can put 5 over 1, and then we have to multiply by 11. And we'll get negative 30 over 11 minus 55 over 11, and that's negative 85 over 11. We're going to continue with Unit 3 practice test, explained, and this one is number 7 on this copy. And so 4 times 5x minus 9 minus 7 is equal to negative 2x minus 5. So what we're going to do is start by expanding this expression by distributing the 4 over these two elements, and we'll get 20x minus 36 minus 7. That's equal to negative 2x minus 5. And now that we've expanded this expression, we can combine the negative 36 minus 7, which will be negative 43, and we'll have 20x minus 43 is equal to negative 2x minus 5. Next step, we're going to change colors and move this 43, get rid of this. So we'll add 43 to both sides. That eliminates it from this side, and we're just left with 20x. And that's equal to negative 2x, and then 43 minus 5 is positive 38. And now we can move this negative 2x across by adding 2x here and adding 2x here. And these two eliminate each other, leaving 38. And that's equal to this total, which is 20 plus 2x. 20x plus 2x, which is 22x. So these two are equal, and now to eliminate this, we're using the inverse operations, right? And so x is being multiplied by 22, so we're going to divide by 22. We have to do that on both sides. And the 22 goes away, leaving x equal to 38 over 22. These are both odd numbers, these are both even numbers, so we can divide them by 2. We'll get 19 over 11. There's a couple of prime numbers. And that's what x is equal to, 19 over 11. So we should be able to take this number, 19 over 11, and plug it in up here. Let's get a different color. 19, oops, that's going to be hard to read. So 19 over 11 and 19 over 11. So let's work those down here. 4 times 5 times 19/11 minus 9 minus 7 is equal to 2 times 19/11 minus 5. And again, you wouldn't do this part on a test unless you had time to check your answer. We're just going to do it to prove that this is, to demonstrate that this is the right answer. So following PEMDAS, we're going to work inside the parentheses, and we have a unwritten multiplication operation, and then this is subtraction, and a subtraction here, and another multiplication here. So we're working inside the parentheses. 5 times 19 over 11. 5 times 19, 5 times 20 would be 100, and this is 5 less than that, so 95. 95 over 11 minus 9. And this gets multiplied by 4, right? Maybe I won't, I'll just work on the one side for now. Minus 7 is equal. And then we have to distribute the 4. We can do this number inside now. Do the subtraction in the parentheses. So 95 over 11 minus 9 over 1. And then we have to change. We're going to multiply this by 11 to get 11 in the denominator and the top number by 11 so that it stays balanced. And so that becomes 95 over 11 minus 99 over 11. That gives us negative 4/11. And then we'll put those parentheses back. We got 4 times that minus 7. So 4 times negative 4/11. 4 times negative 4/11 is negative 16/11 minus 7. So we can do the same thing we did up above. We can put the 7 over 1 and then multiply the top and the bottom, the numerator and denominator, by 11. And that the new fraction is 16/11 minus 77/11. And so this is, we've got two negatives, right? Negative 16 minus 77. So it's just going to get more negative. So we can combine the two numbers and we get negative 93/11. And I think that's as far as we can go. This is, yeah, so we've evaluated this. And so on this side, we should end up with the same number on this side. So 2 times 19/11 over, so that's 2 times 19, that's going to be 38 over 11 minus 5. And so for this, we're going to put 5 over 1 initially, minus 5 over 1. And then we're going to multiply top and the bottom by 11. And that becomes 55 over 11. And we have 38/11 minus that. And what are we missing? Missing a negative sign somewhere. Aha, I dropped the negative 2, right? So right here there's a negative sign. So dangerous. This is negative 2. So negative 2 times 19 gives us negative 38. So this should be negative 38. Okay. Now I'm feeling better. So negative 38 minus 55, that's 2 negatives. So we're going to combine the two numbers. And it looks like my tablet has dropped off. Let's connect it again. All right, so, and it's fallen out of the way. Ugh. All right, well, sorry about that. So we went as far as to find that x was equal to 19 over 11, and then we plugged 19 over 11 into our original formula up here and here. And then, so this was our answer. We found 19/11. So we're substituting these in for the x's to see if they're actually equal. And then my tablet stopped tracking. But we calculated this. Now that we have real numbers in here, we don't have to distribute the 4 over these two. It would still work out the same, but we'll go ahead and follow PEMDAS. So 5 times 19/11 is 95/11, and we're going to subtract 9. We turn 9 into a fraction by just putting on a 1. And then we need a denominator of 11, so we multiplied the numerator and the denominator of this fraction by 11. We ended up with 95/11 minus 99/11, which is negative 4/11. And then we multiplied it by the 4 here. And then we got negative 16 elevenths. We had to subtract the 7. We did the same thing we did with our 9. Here we rewrote 7 as a fraction, 7 over 1, and then changed the denominator to 11ths and the numerator by multiplying both by 11. And then we had negative 16 elevenths minus 77 elevenths, which gave us negative 93. When you subtract 77 from a negative 16, you can actually just total those two figures and keep the negative sign. These are both negative numbers, so they're going to just make a bigger negative number. And the units here was elevenths. So on the other side, I realized I had forgotten to, I dropped the negative sign from the 2. So this thing stopped tracking again. So let me stop mirroring and start mirroring. All right, now it's tracking again. So, but it fell out of the way. All right, here we go. Try it again. So I hope you understood the explanation I just gave about the left side. Now we're coming down the right side. This negative sign I dropped from way up here. I copied it consistently. So be careful of that on the test. I dropped it here. So transcription error, they are deadly. Anyway, so negative 2 times 19 is negative 38 over 11 minus 5. So we turned 5 into a fraction and then adjusted the denominator and the numerator so they would fit. And negative 38 minus 55 elevenths. And so 38, negative 55, you're combining the numbers and keeping the negative sign. And that works out actually to, we can just, since we know they're negative, we can add the amounts. These are negative. So we're going to combine, we have 93 and that's negative. So we have negative 93 elevenths. Okay, so this is the only number, this weird looking fraction, negative 93 elevenths, it's hard to even imagine what that could be, is the only answer that satisfies this solution, this equation. So over here we would put in negative sign, 93 slash 11, 1, 1. And it will show us how that looks formatted. And if it's an equation, it will tell you if the syntax is okay or not. Okay. All right. So that took 20 minutes. I'm going to stop and do do a different video. So stay tuned.